Welcome back to Crazy Bill's Garage. Oh, no need for me to yell. And today we're looking at my top 10 standard or, medium type of filters. Now, this has always been something of favorites of mine because these filters technically are the ones that I do use the most. And to start off with, number 10 would be the Purolator L14476. This one is, Purolator. They are the longest known oil filters to. They've started the oil filter thing way back. We're talking, was it the 30s? Probably. And that's 1930s, not 20. Now, this filter was viewed on May 5th of 2025. And yes, all of these are from 2025. These are my top 10 standard oil filters of 2025. And this one gets number 10. And I don't even know why it gets number 10. I don't even think I like this one that much. But it does. It has a few things. Look at that. I put a dot here to know where to, I'm using tricks now. So I can figure out where to put my stuff. But this filter isn't that terrible to be really true. And at number 10, yeah. In this though, in this rating one here though, it's my top 10, and I would use the next filter over the last filter any day. Well, maybe, but we'll see how it goes. There are 4 threads. It does have a silicone. The only reason it gets number 10, and it would have moved up in my scale totally. There's always so much glue. So much glue. It's really nice filtration paper, actually. I think it's some of the best. 49 pleats. It uses louvers, and actually, I'm not a fan of louvers, so, so that's another reason it gets number 10. The filtration paper is very nice. Everything is technically very nice in this with the metal ends, everything, except there's glue on everything. Way too much glue all over the place. So I'm thinking, Purolator, come on, you can do better. Really, they can do better, can't they? So that's my number 10. Now, for the next one, is probably going to be controversial, but it's my choice, so it doesn't matter. Is the Luber Finer. So this Luber Finer is the PH 2808, and this review was out on the April 21st of 2025. And I don't know, I just like the Luber Finer, made by Champ Labs. I know I hear not all of them are now, but this one gets a few things right for me. It does have the rubber. Remember, these are standard filters. Only use them for standard mileage. Don't overuse them. And it's got the metal ends. It's got half decent filtration paper. Like, I know I didn't measure the Purolator, but that was also our number 10. So I didn't really. It's not a biggie in my books. And this one, 0.75 of a millimeter, so it probably filters good. It probably flows even pretty good because it's got the E-core, and I just liked it as a standard good filter, and so that's why it gets my number 10. Well, I'm sorry, my number 9 as my number 9 liked filter in the standard filter. Now, the next one also, I don't know why it's on here, but I seem to really like this one now. And it is the Parts Master 67145. And this was from my July 7th review of the filter. And this one was really nice. I believe this one is made in China. Yes, I believe it said made in China. And yeah, it did have a rubber, and it has like 4 threads, but it had a real spring in it. And this is a really nice design. this little filter. And, since it was made in China, it has holes in the center tubes. So that's even nice. Filtration wasn't that bad, actually, I don't think. But let's see here. 0.48. So it probably flows at a pretty good rate. It's going to flow well. And since it's got the holes in it, it's going to flow really well. So that is probably why this one is getting number 8. And it was just made half decent. So that's why I chose it as my number 8. Now, my number 7 is something that it's probably understandable. It is the Penso PZ37. So this one's a half decent filter. I believe this is also made in China. Let's see here. I think it was made in China. I gotta take off the old, made in China for domestic cars, it says. And this one actually, half decent filter. Very nice. It's actually a nice flexible rubber and 4 threads. And this one too, it even had a interesting what do you call this, the spring, the leaf spring. And of course it has holes. It was a very half decent filter, I gotta say, as being my number 7. And how thick was this filtration again? 0.52, and again, probably flows really well. So this one too was made as a half decent filter I would definitely use. And now there's one that actually saddens me that I had to move it so far down the line that it kind of made me sad. At my number 6, my Baldwin. As many know, Baldwin is one of my favorite filters, even though it has louvers in it. But it's still one of my favorite, and because of the price. The price of these are inexpensive. Like the Parts Master, they're like $6. Great price. The Luber Finer is like $6 also. That's why a lot of them are up there in the good standard filter. They're inexpensive and they actually are made pretty good. This one's like, I don't know, $6-7. And I know it's got rubber, but it's half decent. That's why it gets my number 6 on the list. It's put together well. I know it's got a real spring. There's another reason it was on my number 6. It's got a real spring, but it does have louvers. It is a well-known American company who makes Baldwin, and they're pretty good actually. 0.71 for the filtration for millimeters. So yeah, I'm pretty sure these hold up well. I still use these, and I put them in almost anything I have, really, and they seem to work just fine. But for this, it only came out in number 6 on my list, and yeah, that's just the way it is. Now, one that surprised me when I took it apart and made it, it's actually my number 5, and it actually surprised me. You can get it on Amazon. It is made in China, but it is the A Premium oil filter. These are not expensive. I think I got like 4 for like $18. So I actually think I'm running one of these on my Honda Civic right now. Kind of strange, but I like them that much. It's a great filter I wrote. Let's see. Yes, this one came out on March 3rd. The Baldwin here, the video was out on February 10th. So A1 here, pretty top-notch filter. I was more impressed with it than some of these other ones. 4 threads, silicone, anti-drain back valve. It's got holes inside instead of louvers. It's got a real spring, very thick canister, and the filtration is a mix of synthetic and I think cellulose, or just synthetic. I can't remember right now. And it was 0.65 for the filtration. It just has a good in-between flow and filtration. It just seems like a very good, capable filter that I use in it. I know it's in my Honda right now, and this spring I'll change the oil and we'll see how well it actually did. But yeah, this one is my number 5 pick for this review. It's not a review, for my top 10. And I think it's just an outstanding filter, by the way. And the box is really thicker cardboard than anything, so it's going to stay together when you pack her back up. Now, my number 4, I almost forgot about this filter, and it's the Mann filter, the W719-/30. And this filter came out on a review on September 1st of 2005. And yeah, this one, I almost forgot about this one. So it's mostly, I think this one is for Volkswagens or something, but this one actually hit upon some really nice, like this filtration is really something. It's definitely different. And let us measure it, 0.65 also. But it is, wow, I seem to remember looking at this through the what do you call it, through the microscope, and it was like, wow, this stuff is something. It's got beautiful holy tube, no louvers. So this one actually was, wow, this. And I almost forgot about this one until a commenter mentioned that he thought the Mann should be involved in any of these, and it was like, oh yeah, it should be. It's actually a pretty good filter. So I had to get back on it and look this one up again, because look at this thing. This thing is built to last, and to probably go a little farther than the rest of these, but well, maybe some of them. So that one was my number 4. Now we're getting to my number 3, which is, I have on here number 224, and it turns out to be my number 3 as the Premium Guard standard filter. Let's see, when did I put this one out? May 26. It's a PG 4651 or a PH2. This would go on my truck or my Ford Freestyle. And yeah, it came with a plastic covering over here. And yeah, this is a standard filter. It's got 5 threads. And we do have, yeah, just rubber here. Look at these nice, it's like polished steel on these. Holy smokes. And of course, we got the real spring, a large tube, but there's holes in it. So that is very nice. Canister is insanely thick. What is this canister? I know I haven't measured any of the other canisters, but this is a pretty thick canister. 0.50, and the filtration was at 0.72. So we have good filtration, good canister, and yeah, and this one turned out to be my number 3. It's kind of shocking. This one could have been closer to the front, but it is number 3. So, and I believe number 1 and 2, since they're easier for me to get. Actually, number 1 is very easy for me to buy, and I think it is probably one of the better filters around in these areas that is easy to get. And how do you like my new covering here? Green. It's kind of nice, isn't it? So that was my number 3. And here for my number 2 is standard filter. We have I don't know if it's a standard or just above a standard, but I'm putting the Purolator One as a standard filter, the PL14615. And yeah, I got that as a standard filter. Did I put tape on here? Yeah, I did. I put this one as good, 4 to 5, but you know what? This one was better. This one goes as my number 2. So a little bit better than 4 and 5, or yeah, for sure. Because this, Purolator does some decent things, except for lose points because of that louvered up tube there. I see I didn't feel like wrapping this one back up. It's got decent filtration paper here. So let's see what that measures in at. 0.72, yeah, that's about right. 0.72. And it's got, yeah, the louvered tube. So that's never a good thing. That's probably why it lost points. Or it might have been number one, a great bypass. It's not bad. It's not a bypass. It's an anti-drainback valve. Hey, I'll lose my words. And a silicone or a Teflon impregnated, but it's only got 3 threads. So it's only got 3 threads, but it still gets my number 2. I probably should have made it number 3, but nah, it gets my number 2 because my number 1, which everyone will probably be surprised at. And by the way, this Purolator One was looked at in a video on my April 28th, if you're looking into that. And now my number 1 is good old Motomaster OE Plus. These are pretty darn good filters, I gotta say. And this filter was had a video on it on January 13th, almost a year ago. It'd be like very almost from the time of this video coming out. And I know that I'm pretty sure that Champ Labs makes this one, and it's kind of a nice filter. It's got 4 threads, silicone anti-drain back valve, and it's got metal ends. One of the main things I like about it, though, it's got the E-core rule. They really do. But here's the thing that I didn't like about them, but I can live with it, is there may be leaks around here because, well, this thing actually does have little slots, so it tightens up in here. So maybe it does have a little lighter leak around there. You know what? For the type of filter this is, and it's half decent, I think the filtration is pretty good at 0.80, I would give it. So filtration is really good, and it's got the E-core, so I'd say it's a half decent filter, and it goes as my number 1 standard filter in 2025. For 2025. Now, if any of you, some of the filters I did omit from this review because some of them, well, there's some that I didn't really like that much that I just didn't want to talk about or say anything about. And hopefully, hopefully you'll come up with some that you thought were pretty good that I did review in 2025. But for me, these are the ones that I kind of really liked in 2025. I don't know if these will be the same ones in 2026. I doubt they will. It does, filters do change in short amounts of time. They really do. But of course, I'll be back with I don't know if I have any used oil filters. I'll have to find some. Used oil filter on Friday, used filter Fridays, and then I'm going to start doing some filter, like filter off, where there are 2 filters, and I'll take part 2 at the same time, and we'll see which one. I'm going to try to keep it pretty close to the types of filters I do, and like, let's say a Wix against a what would you put a Wix against? A Baldwin. Yeah, there we go. 2 great American filters. Wix is more Mexican now, but two great American filters going off against each other. I only said that because that's one will be coming up. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and please leave a comment.